story behind it. The Supreme Court has refused to grant JSPL any relief on the end use of iron ore extracted from Sarda mines. The steelmaker had hoped to get approval to sell the iron ore to other players. The apex court says it will decide on the issue in January. Joining us right now to talk about the impact of this decision on the projected revenue growth is the company's MD, Mr. V.R. Sharma. Mr. Sharma, thanks very much for taking out the time. Is this indeed a big setback for you?
Good afternoon. First of all, Supreme Court has not given any decision today, and I would like to correct the picture in a clear way that Honorable Supreme Court has given the next date to hear this case, that is in the second week of January, after the holidays and vacations. So the issue is, we were requesting to Honorable Court and Government of India to allow us the material which belongs to us. We have paid the money, we have paid the value of the material, and we have also paid the duties and taxes, royalties, etc., everything. So ours is a legitimate right on the material. The material is financed by Indian banks. So this is financed for JSPL. And we are incurring the interest on the finance. We are bearing the interest cost. So it is basically our material, which is lying in the premises of SMPL, Sarda Mines. And this is what we wanted from Honorable Court, this relief, to please allow us to use this material in our pellet plant, which is very near to these mines. So Honorable Court has listened us very carefully, very patiently. And they told that, of course, the materials must be used. In the meantime, the state government had some different view. There is some objections stating that this is from the illegal mining. But there is no illegal mining because nothing has been produced after the environment clearance date was over. So the mining was done by SMPL during the validity of their lease and validity of the environmental clearance. Therefore, here the question is, when the material is already royalty paid, and this is in the knowledge of all of the departments of state government, and the revenue has been deposited not in one day, it is a matter of more than 2-3 years, because so much of material cannot be produced in a day. So the duty is paid, royalty is paid. So
sure.
Material is a very legitimate material.
No, Mr. Sharma.
What our request was. So Honorable Supreme Court, after listening both sides, decided that we are not giving any interim decision, or we are not holding or reserving any decision. We will rehear it in the second week of January 2020.
If the matter is crystal clear, Mr. Sharma, did the Supreme Court have any reservations, particular reservations because of which they did not pass the order today? Because they refused to pass the order, as you said. It's not reserving of judgment.
Yeah, there is no reservation of the judgment. See, though the matter is such judice, it is not possible for me, but
okay,
I can only tell
if
you
it doesn't fall
that the decision is not yet taken, and the matter will be heard again in the second week of January. It is like an extension of the date.
Right.
So you know what happens, all of a sudden so many things they come up and the people try to interpret in their own way. So that's why in the morning hours there was a big confusion.
Sure.
But now it's all settled. There is no issue. We will be again putting our case to Honorable Court. Our legal department, our lawyers will be making an appeal on the next hearing.
Right.
And I am confident we will get this material.
Okay.
There's no problem.
So in the meantime, you also said that the state governments, said that there was a case of illegal mining that was happening there. So is there going to be, between the period that the Supreme Court makes this announcement, are there going to be other hearings where the state government will present its case?
Yes, everything is in paper. Everything is crystal clear. The mines were closed, I think, March 2014. And the material is produced before March 2014. So there is no question of any illegal activity. It is interpretation. How do you interpret? So I think the state government will definitely work on this, because sometimes people take this stand and then there is a review process always. So, and this is the democracy, and this is what the legal system in the country. Everyone has a right to speak.
Sure.
So there is no problem. I think the material is duty paid, material is royalty paid, revenue is deposited in the account of state government, and as per law, Government of India law, if any mines are closed or stopped or whatever the reason may be,
Correct, Mr.
so
Sharma.
the user is allowed to, and also the miners are allowed to clear their stock,
Correct.
which is lying in the mines, and they are given another 6 to 7 months' time to clear the stock.
Sure.
So,
Just one clarification, Mr. Sharma. Since the next hearing is next month, in the month of January, there is a fear in the market that because you've raised funds on account of this iron ore that you've already purchased, can there be a case where the banks sell this iron ore because the quality will deteriorate? It's just lying like that.
you see, here the point is, first of all, it is not an auction, or it is not something like liquidation, that this material belongs to a particular bank or consortium of banks. This is a material not owned by bank. This material owned by JSPL, and whatever financing has been done, we are paying the interest to the bank all through. So there is no default from our side in that matter.
Okay, fair enough.
So when we are paying the interest, the interest cost is on us, interest burden is on us. The royalty is paid already to the state government. So it is a very, in our view, it is very crystal clear matter.
Right. So you're suggesting that in the near term,
SMPL has gone in some kind of embargoes, but why JSPL's material is not allowed to come out? So our request to the Honorable Court and government is only one, that please allow our material, which is already duty paid, royalty paid, it is financed by the Indian banks. We are incurring the interest every month, every month.
Right. So you are suggesting, Mr. Sharma, that in the near term, at least till the hearing takes place, bank cannot use this iron ore which is lying right now, and they cannot sell it in the open market. My last question, it's away from this issue. Has the company received expression of interest for Gare Palma block? If yes, when do you commence operations from this block?
So far, Government of India, Mr. Mines, have not sent us any confirmation. I think maybe because now Parliament is going on and most of the government officials must be busy in the Parliament affairs. I think maybe by the end of this month, we are hopeful we will get the letter. I think it is a natural process. Government, there are very senior bureaucrats sitting in the government. I think they must be working as to how to hand over the mines to the highest bidders.
Mr. Sharma, one final question. Should this, for whatever reason, should this verdict not go in your favor, what's the impact then? I'm talking about the Sarda Mines verdict.
I will tell you, I understood what you are telling. You see, there are two things. The material is in place and it has a value. And this value is today borne by whom? All interest is being paid by JSPL. The duty is, the royalty is paid by JSPL. The material cost is paid by JSPL. And that's why when it was legitimate, everything was, due diligence was done, that's why it was financed. So it is our material. So first of all, we have full trust in Honorable Court. We will get the justice and we will get our material. So we are not thinking on the second option now that somebody else will come and pick up the material. I mean, it is not a liquidation case. It is not something that we are unable to meet out the obligations, our interest obligations or repayments to banks. It is not that question. So, and what the bank will do with this? When we are incurred the material cost, we have paid the to SMPL, to Sarda Mines, the cost of the value for the mine, value for the fines and iron ore, whatever is lying. We have paid the duty, royalty, everything we have paid. We are paying the interest. Then, with a natural justice, we should get this material. I am not thinking that we will not get this material. It is our material. We have paid for it and we will get it. This is what we believe in. It is a system working in the country.
Okay.
There is a constitution in the country.
Sure.
There is a law in this country, and law will definitely give this material to us.
Okay, we hope that happens. Should that not, we'll probably try and talk about what the impact is then, Mr. Sharma, since you said you haven't quite factored in. All the best.
We see what will happen.
Yeah, no, I agree, Mr. Sharma.
Yeah.
Oh, no, all I'm saying is...
Whose favor it will go?
True.
The question is that.
Yeah, but still...
The state government cannot take it. It is not something unidentified property.
Agree completely. But since it's in a court...
Who will take it?
Since it's in a court and you don't know which will shape up, but we do hope that the right verdict comes out. Mr. Sharma, all the best and thanks so much for joining in and clarifying all of those points.